This is John Paul Rice, some people call me. Today, gonna get into a Reddit post about The Mandalorian and how there's emotion behind the Mandalorian's character even though you don't see his face, and this is what I feel is lacking from the other Disney products, especially the sequel trilogy. So let's take a look at the post right now. So here we see, spoiler alert, I feel more for The Mandalorian in 40 minutes than any of the sequel trilogy characters in almost 5 hours, which is what I said. And for the record, I thought Rogue One was good. I felt some for those characters. Even though he has almost no lines and we haven't seen his face yet, he is easily the easiest character introduced post Return of the Jedi to empathize with. His interactions with Baby Yoda and the Ugnaught Guide prove that he is a man of honor and respect. In the second episode, he voluntarily offers up half of his bounty for this man's help, and the way he interacts with Baby Yoda is honestly the cutest thing in all of Star Wars. You understand who he is and what he stands for in these parts alone, and I haven't even talked about the armor building sequence, whereas after almost 5 hours spent with, I'll add on some here, Finn, Poe, Rey, Holdo, Hux, Kylo, I still don't have as much empathy for them. It is quite sad that I am unironically rooting for some of them to die in this next film. In sum, The Mandalorian shows us how good post-Lucas Star Wars character development can be. I have spoken. No, nice, okay. So yeah, about this right here, rooting for some to die, I kind of am too. You know, the best thing to help would be, I was going to say patch up, the movie, but we probably can't patch it up at this point. But the best thing that would help is if Rose died immediately. I always say, if Rey killed Rose by accident, we'd have a great movie. Well, not great. You know what I mean, though. So then, Rey would have this mess up. She'd kill Rose by accident. We could kind of feel for Rey, how she feels bad for it. We could see Rose go, and that would be a nice improvement. Okay, but to get back to this topic, yeah, I see what the guy's saying. In The Mandalorian, I didn't get a huge amount of emotion. That wasn't exactly what I liked about it, but I did get emotion. I got that gritty feel from it. I got the idea that this was important to him. I got the idea that he felt something for this baby to a certain extent. Like I said, it wasn't pouring over me with emotion, but yeah, I felt something. And with Poe, nothing. Rey, it's like the opposite. I'm like, where is it? What's inside there? She's so hollow. And Finn, I felt bad for, and John Boyega I felt bad for, because it's like, look at this incredible opportunity to show what a stormtrooper can be like when they turn to the resistance, to the rebels, and they showed that he gets bossed around by Rose basically and stumbles around in some rubber suit a little bit and likes Rey and she doesn't like him back. Wow, excellent character building. Sarcasm on my part. What he says here about how the Mandalorian is a man of honor is actually a complaint I have heard from somebody, and I don't think it's the worst complaint. I think some people were expecting a little bit more of a heartless, Boba Fett, nitty-gritty, unforgiving person, which is understandable. That's cool. It is maybe slightly odd that he's like this kind of, I'm not going to say nice guy. He's not a nice guy. I mean, he's pretty hard edge, but there is that kind of human softness element to him, and I like it. But I'm saying I could understand how some people wanted to see a little bit more of a rough, tough guy in him. We kind of get both. He is a rough, tough guy, but he kind of seems to have a little bit of a soft spot. But it is, after all, a Disney TV show. And having said that, I think it works out fine, and I'll go as far as to say that gives uniqueness to his character. Not everyone in a Mandalorian suit or a Boba Fett suit, forgot the name of the metal, has to be a hard-ass, badass, unforgiving person. It's all good. I'm not sure if it's the cutest thing in all Star Wars. I mean, maybe not. Nice touch with the I have spoken also. That's catching on pretty quick in the Star Wars community. Pretty much everyone is using it. And yeah, giving up half his bounty voluntarily might be slightly out of character. Some detailed complaints like that I could relate to with certain people. I mean, I like the show, but I want to try to be fair. I'll try to think about downsides, although I think overall it's upsides. I haven't changed. Solid 8 out of 10. My first review was like 10 out of 10. I was just pretty hyped. I just saw the thing. I reviewed it like 5 minutes later. I'm just going to see solid 8 out of 10. I can't see it going any lower than 8. I'm hearing these complaints. I'm taking some of them seriously and thinking about it. But, you know, I can't see this going under an 8 for me. Well, as far as these 2 episodes, we'll see what happens in the future. It could go to a 1 if something happens in episode 4 or 5 that, you know, destroys the character or something. But for right now, for episodes 1 and 2, I'm still holding with a solid 8 out of 10. Anyway, I'm doing shoutouts, special thanks, things like that. If you haven't, smash that subscribe button. I'm doing a lot of Star Wars now because news is kind of slow, so I'm just doing what I feel like. And when big news happens, I'm going to do what I think should be done. And I will see you next time.
If you are not subscribed to this channel, The Entertainment Hacker, what are you waiting for? Smash that subscribe button now.